Now be pushed up in a straight line. 200 for everybody.
Hello everyone, I'd like to introduce Doug Prendergast, President Oakleigh Carnegie RSL, flag bearers, service members Phil Liker and Keith Ralph. On Wednesday, the 25th of April 2018, our nation paused to remember and honour our servicemen and women. The 25th of April 1915 was the day that the Australian and New Zealand soldiers, as part of the Allied forces, landed on Gallipoli. After 8 months, were evacuated after both sides had suffered heavy casualties and endured great hardship. News of the landing of Gallipoli on the 25th of April 1915 had a profound effect on Australians at home, and that day became the day in which we still remember and honour the sacrifices made by men and women in World War I. The actions of the Australian and New Zealand soldiers left us all a powerful legacy, the creation of what became known as the Anzac legend, the spirit of Anzac. Anzac Day gives us a nation the opportunity to remember and reflect upon the spirit of Anzac, with its human qualities of courage, endurance, mateship and sacrifice, qualities which continue to have meaning and relevance for our sense of national identity. And Anzac Day now goes beyond our honouring of men and women who served and died in World War I. We also remember Australian men and women who served and died in all wars, conflicts and peacekeeping operations. Importantly, we honour those men and women who continue to serve our great nation. It is fitting that we stand here today, on and around this oval, and take just a short moment to remember the Australian men and women who shaped the legacy and spirit of Anzac. As you look at the young men assembled behind me today, we can remember the many men who volunteered in World War I and who showed such courage, endurance, mateship and sacrifice, and were of the same age or not much older. And these young men, and all of us today, regardless of whether we have a direct link to those that wore the Anzac uniform or not, it's a recipient of the sacrifice that so many of the Anzacs made. They would ask us to live our lives with courage and loyalty and continue into the next generation of children, young men and women. They hope that we who are left to grow old will contribute to the nation that they shaped. A nation that allows us the freedom to speak openly, practice our religion and elect our leaders. A land of peace and opportunity for each and every one of us. I'll now ask you to stand, of course most of you are standing at the moment, for the ode, the last post, a minute's silence, and then reveille. And also, please remain standing for the national anthem. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. Lest we forget. like to thank you for the opportunity to conduct this service today. I wish both teams all the best for today, and you're welcome at any time during the afternoon at our sub-branch at the Oakleigh Carnegie RSL. Thank you once again.
Husthwaite, and Oakleigh have won the toss and going to kick to the Warrigal Road end.
Just quickly around the grounds, the Western Jets have defeated the Sandringham Dragons by 32 points, 9-3-57 to 12-17-89. So Sandy have notched up their second win for the season.
Is it only their second win?
Yep.
We saw their first one, they were fantastic.
They were very good. And they're doing this without Max King, who we wish all the best in his ACL recovery.
Yes, that was, we got that news last week when we were down at Werribee. And that wasn't much chop. Selections, please. You can start, Siobhan.
This is a tough one.
You're so bloody clever. You can't tell us who's going to win the game.
This is a tough one. Dandenong were incredible last week with their 126-point win over the Jets. And same, Oakleigh were really good, winning by 70 over the Bendigo Pioneers last week. I'm going to tip Dandenong just in a very good match today.
All right, Matto.
I'm going the home side. I think Oakleigh just working their way into the season. They've only got one blemish on the scorecard so far. Playing at home, perfect conditions. Oakleigh by 2 goals.
I've gone for Dandenong, I believe, during the week, so I better stick to what I've put in. Who are you going for, Rick?
I think I went for Chargers. Looking forward to this game. It could be hard to
Even split.
All right, even Stevens. And if you run into Wheels, Rick.
Yeah, I've seen him around already.
Okay, so he's got an interview for us at half-time. You might want to do that on the ground, if you like. Sam Fletcher, who's out injured today. Very nippy little bloke, but if you see Wheels, just hit him up. I've already seen him on the way in. All right, Dandenong in the alternative strip today. There'll be no excuse for us telling them apart, and just cut us a bit of slack with the Oakleigh players at the moment, because there's some of them not quite wearing their same jumpers, and we'll just take us a little while to get them, but we'll have them down pat no later than quarter time.
It is fantastic that they do recognise the history and tradition of Oakleigh, and also this ground in particular.
Well, I know you two young'uns up here wouldn't remember them, but Rick and I certainly do. They were a formidable team, Oakleigh, in the early 70s, with Big Bob Johnson at full forward. A bloke used to play for Melbourne in their big era, and then went and played captain coached Oakleigh, and had some great players, Swooper Manane and Brian Ford, and that they were very, very good. Won premierships back in the day in the VFA, and ripping jumpers.
Fantastic jumpers.
So just going through this, I'm just trying to pick who this might be in the ruck. Maddo. It might be Lachlan someone. We can pick up his name. He's wearing number 4. Charlie
Lachlan
White.
Harry.
Yeah, I think it could be Lachlan Harry.
196 centimetres. Looks like he's the tallest person on our team sheets.
And Zach Hart is the other ruckman, I think. Anyway, we'll work our way through it. For Dandenong, they will have Riley Bowman in the ruck for them. All right, could not ask for... We thought we had good conditions last week down at Avalon Airport Oval. Today has come up an absolute beauty. It is, just Ball held up in the air. Round 5 action. Take it away, Maddo.
So we got Harry and Bowman going up in the ruck contest. Bowman got a fingertip to it. Oakleigh trying to clear it. They do now. High kick towards the half-forward flank in front spot. Probably should have been paid a free kick. Angwin got dealt with. Umpire calls play on. Oakleigh descended inside, attacking 50 on the lead, and a good mark taken by the Chargers.
There's one we need to find.
Number 33. It's the only issue with having an alternative jumper that they wear one off. The numbers never seem to line up correctly. So the Chargers come in, slight angle, kicks from 45 metres out. It's to the near side, and just a minor score to get us underway here at Warrawee Park. Chargers one behind. Stingrays yet to score. There's a quick kick in from Young. High ball towards the half-back flank on the broadcast side for Dandenong. McDonald, he's held up, got rid of it just in time. Chargers applying immense pressure. Eventually the Stingrays are able to clear it. Here's Garoots, goes towards centre wing, broadcast side, fisted away to the bottom of the deck. McDonald running out of room, and we'll get a boundary throw in.
Certainly hot in the kitchen early.
Absolutely. Umpires put the whistle away early too. Huh? We've got 3 free kicks so far. Just waiting for the Technica time clock to take away. That hasn't started yet over there on the scoreboard on the wing. As the ball is thrown in, it's on the deck, trying to be pushed underneath. See if he can ping a hole in the ball. Umpire not having a bar of it, and he'll toss this up. Bang on centre wing. Dandenong Road side of the ground, or the northern side of the ground. Nice tap down to Oakleigh's advantage. Aiton Delaney. They flick it out a little bit too slick. Little tap on. Now it's kick forward. Neither can take. Dandenong, quick hands, wrapped up in a tackle, going nowhere, slung. No malice involved. Ball to be thrown up right in front of us here. Big crowd around. Nice take out of the ruck there by Bowman. He kicks to centre wing. The big men fly. Hits the deck. Working close to the boundary line. Too close. Over the boundary line, out of bounds. Off his mother McCree. Not out in the full, and the ball will be thrown in. Not too many clear passages of play yet in the first couple of minutes on the Technica time clock. In she goes. Comes over the back, Bowman. Little tap forward. Dandenong trying to work it into a little bit of space. Now they've got a chance. Going forward through Hamill. Kicks to half forward. Good contest. Good defence. And too close to the boundary line. Will be thrown in. Half forward flank. The eastern end of the ground. Not a breath of wind to worry him. Ball to be thrown in. In she comes. It's on the deck. Dandenong. Stingrays. That could be out on the full, and it is. Oakleigh to take the resultant free kick.
Aiton Delaney goes short into the back pocket. Charges with the mark. They want to switch it. Just failed to make the distance, but they had time to compose. It's turned over now though. Nance Cowan's taken the mark. Tight angle, 40 metres out from goal.
We've liked his work in previous seasons, Nance Cowan.
Certainly have a real live wire up forward for the Dandenong Stingrays. Nance Cowan comes in, kick on its way, floating close, punched out of hands. Aiton Delaney flicks the handball, charges in a bit of strife. The handball came the way of Fry. There's a whistle for going over the boundary line and out of play. We've got some updated numbers. So Collier Dawkins is wearing number 8, Silvani 30, Scala 11, Gasper 32, Fewing's 9 and Harry is 4.
I'll just grab your pen while you call and I'll write them down.
So, ball in the corridor. Stingrays with a shot on goal, not going to make the distance. Trying to clear it here was Williams. Gets it to the half-back flank broadcast side for the Chargers. Keenor dishes off the handball. A bit of run through the middle, but it's going to be turned over. The mark taken here by Young. Plays on around the man and kicks it straight down the corridor. High ball towards the half-forward region. Stingrays with the numbers around the footy. One of those was Smith. Chargers, though, are able to hold resistance. Good smother, though, to see it over the boundary line and out of play for the Stingrays between centre wing and half forward on the broadcast side.
So 33 will be a good one to get, Rick, when you get him. The full forward.
Elliott.
Oh, Elliott, is he? Sorry.
Missed one.
I missed one. Got him. Good work, Rick.
Identifying those.
Good boundary riding. All right, back in the action.
That's why he's the best in the business.
Is he ever? And it's a free kick to the Oakleigh Chargers.
In the back.
In the back to Keenor, one of our favourites, Isaac. Isaac Keenor goes out wide and finds Charlie Whitehead. He's on true half-back. Whitehead, bit indecisive. Slow movement of the ball. They're looking for Harry. Can't quite get it. Bowman. Now the Chargers, nice little handball, misses the target. Dandenong with a chance to open up here. They find Frawley at centre half back. He kicks out wide. Zach Foot. Zach by foot. Chases after it. He's under the hammer, picks it up in one go. One bounce. Sets sail for home. Long, searching, kick. That could go all the way. Wait on the umpire. And it is. Oh, through for a goal. And AFL Draft Central goal of the day, Matt.
Yeah, Zach Foot there. Number 9 for the Dandenong Stingrays gets our first major on the board this afternoon here at Warrawee Park. Good movement from the Stingrays. It's been fairly congested in the opening few minutes of this game. And the Stingrays on the outside get a bit of a burst to get the first goal on the board in this round 5 clash. Oakleigh up against Dandenong. Back underway in the middle. Big leap there from Bowman. Only tapped it to the advantage, though, of the Chargers. Series of handballs along the wing, and they look to bring it towards the top of the 50. It's a grubber kick. Intercepted here by Carosella. Stingrays on half-back. Plumridge sent the handball inboard. Under pressure there was De Koning. Handball eventually ends up in the hands of Garn. He takes a bounce across the defensive corridor region, but it's okay. Mark taken here by Nans Cowan. Defensive end of the ground, Chargers a fly the fist, bring it to ground, ball close to the boundary line on the outer side. Chargers keeping in play, but it's all the Stingrays. Here's Garn, he dropped the footy, play on says the umpire. Now a bit of run on the outside, they kick it towards half forward to the Stingrays. De Koning, Bailey Williams just bounced off his chest over the boundary line and out of play. Between centre wing and half forward on the outer side of Warrawee Park. It is 1 straight 6 the Stingrays, 1 behind the Oakleigh Chargers. I'm assuming we're about 10 minutes in on the Technica time clock as the umpires picked out a free kick, and it looks like it's going to go the way of the Stingrays for a ruck infringement.
Riley Bowman.
Just got to wait for the ball to be returned. It's been a scrappy start to the game so far.
For a top two top of the table clash.
Say that quickly 3 times.
Not really, no. All right, Dandenong. This is a mark taken. They're just outside 50. This is Lachlan McDonald. No D on the end. Lachlan McDonald. He's going to kick from 50. Got the nice yellow boots on. Looks good with the uniform. Right on 50. It's going to pull up short. The big men fly in the square. Off the hands of the pack. Rush through for a behind. Dandenong Stingrays 1-1-7 and the Oakleigh Chargers are 1 behind.
No team yet has been able to go coast to coast for a goal yet, which has been pretty surprising.
One has been not there yet. Now they're looking for Keenor. Ball comes over the back. Dandenong through Cottrell. They work it backwards to go forwards. Allison goes to half forward. All the charges. And Oakleigh, they decide to switch play. Oh, dangerous move. Plenty of Stingrays there. Plumridge gets it on the left. Kicks into the middle. Can't quite find his target. They're under the hammer here, the Oakleigh defence. They need to be cool, calm and collected in a crisis, and they are. They kick to centre wing, but it's Garn. Garn coming through like a train. Rick.
Liked it, I was waiting on it. Very good.
Okay, Garn goes to centre half forward. Nice kick forward there by Dandenong through Carousella. Comes out to Williams, tries a party trick, loses it in the process. Now it stacks on the mill. Quick kick out. Could come back very quickly. Oh man, all alone at centre half forward. This is Foot. He knows he can get the distance. He kicks it to the top of the square. They're looking for a grab, and it was all too easy in the end. No, free kick, says the umpire, against Bowman. Oakleigh play on straight away. Don't hit the target, but have got time. They go to centre wing. This will be Collier Dawkins. Collier Dawkins, his kick's just smothered off the boot. Oh, you're in a bit of Barney rubber there. He keeps the ball in. I like the way he's done it. He's got a man all on his own here in Robertson. He lays off the handball to Vickers. Vickers on the left boot. This will bring down rain. It goes to the middle of the 50. Mark tries to get the handball over. This will be taken by Gaspar, and he's kicked it. First goal for Oakleigh in the afternoon, and it is 117. Ties the NG scoreboard all up. Oakleigh 117, Dandenong 117, and we're working on the Technica time clock, but I'd say 12 and a half minutes in.
Good answer against the play that. Dandenong controlling a fair bit of weight, and then Oakleigh just managed to keep it in and had loose men everywhere around 4-6. Good goal.
And that man that kept it in on the wing was Scala. Did a bit of a juggling act, did well for the Oakleigh Chargers to get their first goal of the afternoon. Back in the middle. Tap goes the way of the Chargers. Harry trying to extract it. All wrapped up is Huswaite. The umpire should come in and bounce it again, or ball it up. Hardly a breath of wind this afternoon here at Warrawee Park. Beautiful conditions once again for footy. Stingrays trying to extract it out in the middle. Now Keenor just whacks it on the boot in hope. Centre wing broadcast side. The race is on. Good tackle. Great tackle applied by Bon Senavula. He goes in at it again. Felt like he should have been rewarded there. He got great effort. There by Bon Senavulu. Voulet. Or a two as we named him the other week on the call. Ball still centre wing broadcast side. We'll get another ball up. Being very congested during this first term. Top of the table sides in the TAC Cup in 2018. Dandenong currently undefeated. Chargers with the one loss so far, and that was against Sandringham a couple of weeks ago as Keenor sees his opponent over the boundary line and out of play, and that was Carousella who's... no, that wasn't Carousella, that was...
Oh no, wrong team.
Huswaite.
Yep.
Ball goes... the numbers have thrown us here.
Not easy.
Ball over the boundary line and out of play. Half forward flank broadcast side for the Stingrays.
And Keenor laid a tackle there, and it was Carousella who didn't have possession of the foot. He got the free kick. We're on half forward flank on the northeast side of the ground. Nice work by Bowman. I've liked his work in the ruck early. Seems to have a distinct advantage in there. Bowman again tries to shovel a handball out. Could have been in the back. Good call. And this will be Garn again. Garn kicks a bit iffy, bit short. Tough for the big fella. Dandenong have got numbers, just haven't got the footy. Now they squeeze it out. They go forward, Dandenong, through Hamill. He hits up a man and finds Ned Cale. Cale. I think this will test him. He's just on 50. He kicks to the top of the square. Comes off the hands. Nice work by Foot. Over to Williams. Williams feeds it back out to Foot. Snap on goal. And Oakleigh will mark it. Last line of defence. They kick out wide. Too many numbers. Garn. He started the game very well. And he spotted up his teammate. This will be Cale again. Ned Cale. He's a bit closer to goal now. I reckon he's half a chance. Pretty good angle. 65, 70 degree angle.
And Siobhan, the man on the mark, looks like it's Ben Silvani. Has he been playing down back?
Yes, he's off half back. They fooled my plan for the 2 key forwards today, but yes, he's playing off half back.
Now, Cale. Ned Cale comes in, looking for Dandenong second. Doesn't look too bad off the boot. Umpire has not moved
Good
1
goal.
millimetre. Good goal to the Stingers. Ned Cale, that's his first for the afternoon. And the NG scoreboard, 2-1-13 to the Dandenong Stingrays. The Oakleigh Chargers are 1-1-7. And we are 15 odd minutes into the first quarter.
Year after year, they always impress me with their foot skills, the Stingrays, and they are not letting us down at the moment.
They are notorious for that, Rick, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very good hand of foot, and we've seen some beautiful kicking out here so far.
So centre square infringement. It will go the way of the Oakleigh Chargers in the middle. Harry dishes off the handball. And then a quick kick, a risky kick from behind. O'Neill had to shove the fist down. Burst of speed coming through the middle, running to 45. Offline, there was Fry.
He was sizzling, wasn't he, as he came through?
Was he? Just Kenny's just dropped there too. Right on Crooksy as the Stingrays clear defence. Garn again, racking up the disposals early. Silvani with it all to do. Stripped his man. Will kick it back inside, attacking 50 for the Oakleigh Chargers. Straight down the throat though of Lockie Young in defensive 50 for the Stingrays. High ball towards a centre wing. Williams flew. Couldn't hang on to it. Tried to juggle to maintain control. Frawley now coming through. Dishes the handball off to Carosella. Goes towards centre half forward with the kick. Stingrays out of position. Handball given off by Whitehead for the Chargers into a bit of space. Stingrays win the numbers around the footy. Here's Hickey. Chips the kick short to the top of the 50-metre arc where he hits up a target. This is Cahill, our last goal kicker. Goes inside attacking 50 with the kick. Ball brought to ground. Opportunity here for the Stingrays. They just ran out of room though. And through for a minor score. So Stingrays move to 2-2-14. The Oakleigh Chargers 1-2-8 on the NG scoreboard. Good kick back into play. Hits up Williams.
Dylan Williams, half-back flank. Puts in the shorty and finds Zach Hart. Hart has to go along the line. Not a very straight kick, and Jake Frawley takes the intercept mark on centre wing. He's got his own teammate to evade there into Conning. Kicks to half forward, couple of flyers. Ball hits the deck. Dandenong feeding it wide. Leave it open. There's a whistle on play. And
I reckon that was for an off the ball.
Off the ball.
Yep.
Dandenong have got it. No one really on the mark. Kick is beautifully measured to Foot. Foot just puts the curl on it. Lovely kick, Zach Foot.
He started the game really, really well.
That's his second goal. Good work, Crooksy, keeping a mental arithmetic there. 3-2-20. The Dandenong Stingrays. The Oakleigh Chargers are 1-2-8 on the NG scoreboard as we hit upon 19 and a half minutes into this first quarter on the Technica time clock.
Didn't connect sweet with that kick, but brought it back easy enough through the goals. But he's been busy so far, hasn't he? That first goal was a ripper from a long way out.
He had a bit of draw on it, Rick, like a good golfer.
Exactly. I don't think he connected as well as he'd like, but it's good result.
Ball back in the middle. Stingrays might have been held. The umpire calls play on. A lot of players around the footy. Almost emerged. Tackle applied by Collier. Dawkins stripped the ball. Pops out of the contest. Stingrays may have been held there from Scala, who was hovering over the top. Clearing kick now from McDonald. Goes inside, attacking 50. And a free kick will go the way of Williams.
Who's standing Bailey Williams, Rick? Can you see?
Who's following him?
Yeah, who's playing on him?
Keep an eye on it.
Big gig, tough gig.
Yeah, he's very mobile, isn't he? And he can play both roles up forward or in the ruck as well.
I think it's Beasley, Charlie Beasley.
Know how high-flying and athletic Williams can be. Looking for his first score of the afternoon for the Stingrays, and they have a nice little buffer heading towards quarter time. Nice drop pump, but just offline. Minor score. 3-3-21. The Dandenong Stingrays. 1-2-8. The Oakleigh Chargers. I reckon momentum's just favouring the Stingrays so far.
Oakleigh bring the ball in. Keenor gets the half volley and plays on straight away. Galloping gait on him. He kicks to centre wing. The big men fly. Oh, for an executive maintenance mark of the day. Couldn't bring it down. Dandenong send it back from whence it came. And again the big men fly, and that's a mark. Good, strong pack mark. And good head ahead too. That is Corey Ellison. Nice grab, the very old-fashioned pack mark. He's about third in line, and Ellison's going to line up directly in front. He'll kick it from 42 metres out, kicking to the Dandenong end of the ground. Ellison comes in, kicks, just lets it draw again, just gets over the hands of the defenders, and that is Dandenong's fourth. 4-3-27. Good first quarter for the Stingers. The Oakleigh Chargers are 1-2-8 on the NG scoreboard as we tick up close to 22 minutes in the first quarter.
It's all the Stingrays at the moment.
Just most of the players in that around that forward 50 mark, isn't it? They keep hammering it in, and that's going to get the result. But Oakleigh's just got to get some run happy.
Back in the middle, Williams doing the ruck work, brought the ball down. Chargers couldn't hang on to it. Ball slipping and sliding everywhere. There's a whistle. Again, the non-officiating umpire coming in and awarding a free kick the way of Williams in the middle. Dishes the handball off immediately to Plumridge, who got dealt with afterwards. There will be a downfield free kick.
Not a lot of undisciplined footy in TAC Cup, Rick, but that was.
Yeah, a little bit undisciplined. I'll get a free hit on goal here. Beasley was on Williams, earlier, but we'll keep an eye on that moving around.
Ellison ended up with the free kick, so he'll have another shot on goal. Slight angle, we've got a great look at it down the barrel. Corey Ellison. Right foot kick on its way is fading left and through for just a minor score. 4-4-28, the Dandenong Stingrays, a 20-point lead over the Oakleigh Chargers, who are 1-2-8 on the NG scoreboard.
Fewings to bring the ball in for Oakleigh. He kicks to centre half back, beats the pack, comes over. Dandenong going to repel quickly. Gee, it's been all Dandenong in the second half of this quarter as they slam it forward through McDonald. Comes to the back of the pack. That's just a kick in hope out into open territory. They've got a bit of it south of France here. They've got a good chance. Oh, too slow. Waited and waited on it, waiting for the cavalry, and they never came. Williams tries to run round a man, gets a handball away. Silvani gets it. Lowers the eyes, kicks up forward, comes over the back. Oh, could have been a good clash. Slung handball out of the pack. Now it's kicked forward by Plumridge to centre half forward. chaos ball. Keenor, beautiful work by Keenor to Silvani. Now it comes out wide. Fry. Gonna get collared, loses it. Holding the ball, says the umpire. And Allison will take it. He doesn't muck about, kicks it up straight away. Keenor's first there, gets it. Be happy to bring it to ground over the boundary line and out of bounds in the shadows of quarter time. They're only 25 metres around from the Dandy goal. They lead 28-8 as the siren sounds ever so feebly here at Warrawee Park. The bugler did a better job during the last post. Who's got the goal kickers there?
I've got the goal kickers. Zach Foot with 2 for the Dandenong Stingrays. Ned Cahill and Corey Allison with the other 2. And just Jake Gaspar, who was the only goal kicker in that term for the Oakleigh Chargers.
First quarter action here at Warrawee Park sees the Dandenong Stingrays leading by 20 points at quarter time. We'll take a break and be back on the other side of this to discuss the first quarter. Rick will have a chat to someone out in the huddle. You are listening and tuning in, watching TAC Cup Radio.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com. Cowboys Cash and Carry has moved. They can now be found at 694 High Street, Epping, in the hub in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. And to celebrate the move, they have 50,000 pairs of men's and ladies' denim. A huge range of styles, including Kenji, Maya, Maddox, that normally retail for $100, Cowboys price between $10 and $15. That's right, between $10 and $15. Open 7 days a week. Get along to Cowboys Cash and Carry in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Quarter time here, the TAC Cup Radio match of the day, 4-4-28. Dandenong, Oakleigh 1-2-8. And you're out on the ground, Rick?
Yeah, I'm with Mark Wheeler, telemanager for the Dandenong Stingrays. Mark, good start to the game.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit unexpected yesterday. Started the year and they've got a few more in and that's the start that we're expecting. But I they jump pretty quickly.
And it was a nice touch before the game with the Anzac service and presentation.
Well, Craig did a really good job in our other players. I think it was a great question.
And you look to have some talent, especially across that forward line at the moment. Looking don't.
Give everyone an opportunity to play and probably do
All right, well, we're expecting a cracker here at Warrawee Park, and good. Hopefully the Stingrays will continue the way they are. Thanks, Will.
Good on you, Rick. And just while I've got you, Rick, I popped into Cowboys Cash and Carry up at the old Epping Bunnings last Sunday.
Very familiar with it.
And got myself a very nice pair of jeans.
You're down a few sizes too, I believe.
I'm down a couple of sizes, and didn't have to go to the Mr. Big section, which was quite nice. And got a very nice polo shirt, Rick, very snazzy, for $5 just to go with my new jeans. Jeez. $20, I had a new outfit, walked out the door.
And brands too, they're not...
Oh, yeah.
No fake brands.
Oh, no fake news here, buddy. I was looking at $1 million. What did you make of the first quarter? You two? You can start, Siobhan. Your guys? How did your guys go?
So Bailey Williams is up to 5 disposals and 1 behind, 2 kicks and 3 handballs. And Silvani, who's playing off half back, is up to 4 disposals, all kicks. But I've been particularly impressed with Isaac Keenor for the Oakleigh Chargers. He's quick, he's evasive, and he uses the ball really cleverly out of the back line.
Couldn't you just see him in an AFL unit running off?
He's the Jason Johannesson type model. And he's a very good player.
Very, very so. What do you think, Matto?
I just think Oakleigh are struggling for the first time in the year and a bit that I've been calling TAC Cup footy. It's the first time I've really seen Oakleigh struggle just to maintain possession of the footy and then use it efficiently. So a little cause of concern. It just doesn't look like they're quite right. Stingrays, on the other hand, they're just going to keep finding room to move because every time they get the ball on the outside, they are dynamite with it.
Are they ever? All right, support staff off the ground. One of the best crowds I've seen at a TAC Cup footy game for a while. I know when we get the double headers, this is not a, there was a girls' game on beforehand, but boy oh boy, there's people all the way around. The grandstand's full of Dandenong supporters up behind the goals. Great stuff.
It's becoming a regular event too each year, isn't it? This clash.
It is a beauty. Second quarter action. Take it away, Matto.
Harry with the tap down. Chargers will try and get the clearance through Collier Dawkins. Goes towards half forward on the outer side. Good courageous mark taken out there by Williams. Dylan Williams with the mark. No, check that. That's Gasper. Jake Gasper with the ball in his hands. Courageous mark just inside attacking 50, 45 degree angle.
He fancies himself, does Gasper?
Very slightly favouring that end.
Yeah, that flag's up and about now.
Slightly favouring Oakleigh.
I'll tell you what, this will give him a good confidence boost heading into the second term. Early stages on the Technica time clock. Gasper comes in. Right foot kick on its way. Has floated across the face. Won't make the distance.
What a grab.
Great mark. Executive maintenance mark of the day contender to Jay Robertson.
I saw him at the back of the pack there. He had a huge leap. That's going to be a good one for the replays, but that's by far the leader today.
So Jay Robertson standing at 187 centimetres and 79 kilos. Comes in for the Oakleigh Chargers. Right foot kick on its way, goes straight over the top of the goal umpire's hat. And they get one that they needed early in this second term, the Oakleigh Chargers.
Good start for the Chargers.
Exactly the start that they needed. They kick on to 2 goals to 14 to 4 goals for 28 on the NG scoreboard. And we are almost 2 minutes in on the Technica time clock. Yeah, that's exactly what they needed, the Oakleigh boys. Get a goal up early, get back in touch. Harry gets the tap out. Williams was a good leap, didn't find the footy. Nice tackling there, dispossessed of the ball. R2 can't take it. Now Dandenong bursting away through the pack. Can they run onto it and keep it in play? They're just forcing the ball forward. R2. Bosun Valagu gets it, kicks it to centre wing. Garn can't quite take it. Oakleigh getting the run through Bujaya. Kicks it across the ground. It's lateral. Now they're looking for some help. They get it through Answorth. Noah. Handballs inboard. They're going to wheel around here. They kick to the top of the square. It looks like it's all Dandenong. They got the numbers. Little shovel forward. Under pressure. They good work there by Dandenong. Bowman can't take it. Now that's lovely work by Oakleigh. They go forward through Matt Day. They're inside 50. No one can take it. Now they wheel around. Snap on goal. That's another one. That's an AFL Draft Central goal of the day contender through Jake Gaspar. He jumped on that, kicked it round the corner, and he's got their third. 3-2-20 to 4-4-28. 2 goals within 3 minutes at the start of the second quarter.
They've got a bit of rhythm back, don't they, Rick?
Yeah, they're back playing as we know. It's a totally different unit this quarter. So, the Breeze isn't that strong, but they're getting first use of the ball, just backing himself to run with it.
Ball back in the middle. Harry wins the tap down again for the Chargers. And they'll try and get another clearance through Collier Dawkins. Put the handball over the top to Aiton Delaney. Centre wing broadcast side. Series of handballs comes to Whitehead. Dances his way around traffic. Grubber kick. Almost collected the umpire on the way through. Stingrays able to repel off half back. Handball come the way of Foot. He was sold up the creek. The umpire calls play on. Day's thrown into the turf. And it stacks on the mill. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up, as there's a little bit of feeling down on the boundary line, bit of push and shove between the two sides, a bit more than a push and shove.
Bit of argy and a bit of bargy.
You've got to be careful not to give away a free kick here, both sides.
The umpire gets it underway quickly. Stingrays whack boot to ball. High one comes towards our broadcast position. Ellison got punched out of his hands. The Chargers players in a bit of trouble behind play. Ball inside, attacking 50 for Dandenong. Great tackle here applied by Schmidt. Wraps the ball up right in front of our broadcast position here at Warrawee Park.
And that player there right in front of me, Dylan Williams, landed on his coccyx. Very tough landing there.
That's got to hurt.
Stingrays see the ball over the boundary line and out of play. McDonald, the player, will get a boundary throw in. Half forward flank, broadcast side for the Dandenong Stingrays. They're 4-4-28. The Oakleigh Chargers 3-2-20.
Harry versus Bowman. That breeze has popped up a little bit. Bowman gets the tap. Beautiful work by Dandenong. They kick inside 50, looking for Allison. Juggles it perfectly.
That's
Corey
just brute
Allison.
strength there.
He just out-muscled his opponent, moved him to the right-hand side, controlled the ball with his left and let it drop into the crook of his arm. He's going to line up here. He will kick from 30 metres out. 25-degree angle, kicking to the Warrigal Road end of the ground. Corey Allison, just to give Dandenong back one here. Couple of steps, and it's straight through the middle. Well done, Corey. How many for him?
That was his second.
Second for the day for Corey. That is Dandenong's fifth. They move on to 5-4-34 to the Oakleigh Chargers 3-2-20, as we are just gone beyond close to 6 minutes into the second quarter on the Technica time clock.
Providing a good option up forward, Corey Ellison. I think he's kicked 2-1 so far and had set shots all around that 40 to 50 metres out range. So providing a target up forward, Corey Ellison for the Stingrays. Ball back in the middle. Socket off the carpet there for the Chargers. O'Neill coming through. Goes towards half forward. But a good mark taken on defensive 50 by Gertz. Comes towards the broadcast side. Pack flies. No one can bring it in. Aiton Delaney. Handball comes over the top. Fewings takes it into the middle where Bujaya takes the mark. Had a player running past, ignore that. Bougea kicks it straight up the corridor in this Silvani direction, had 3 to beat. Ball brought to ground. R2 got the handball over the top, charges. Just trying to work it into a bit of space. Now they've fumbled. Under pressure it was Vickers. He's seen over the boundary line. In fact, was that on the full?
Too sure. This second quarter, Rick, bit more what we expected for standard.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams measuring up to the task here and putting on a good show in this quarter.
I think what happened was it was out on the full, but the field umpire overruled and a free kick for in the back was paid to the Chargers, who have kicked it short. The mark is taken by Sam Hart.
Just quickly, they've moved Silvani back into the forward line.
Any changes to their disposal numbers in this second term, Siobhan?
Not really.
Sam Hart. Left to kick from 50 metres out. Right foot kick on its way. Won't make the distance. Ball top of the goal square. Came off hand. Stingrays with the numbers around. A series of handballs to the back pocket out of side to get them out of trouble. Now they bring the ball up the middle. Long ball towards centre half forward. Front spot taking the mark is Charlie Beasley.
Beasley at true centre half back has got a man all alone out wide in Day. Day spots up a teammate just forward to centre wing in Hart. Hart evades the man, takes one bounce. Kick smothered. Good work, good defence by Dandenong. Day comes in and helps out. Now it's a quick kick forward by Robertson. And mark taken. That was a party trick, and that is our...
Tripped over his player there, but still juggled it and took a great buck. Boaston Valaga.
That'd be good. See if we can get, if Craig's up there, I'd love to get the correct... We've slaughtered this poor kid's name for about 2 years. R2, Boaston Valaga. Clever footballer. R2 comes in, kicks, bit of a helicopter, and doesn't matter. Not enough room in the book to write how you kick him, just if you kick him. And that is his first for the afternoon, and that is Oakleigh's 4th goal. They go to 4-2-20 to 4-2-26 to 5-4-34 on the NG scoreboard, and the Technica time clock is 9 minutes in to the second quarter. And 4 straight this quarter for Oakleigh, is that right? Or 3 straight?
Believes 3 straight. They win the tap out again to the Chargers. Stingrays, though, will win the clearance. High ball towards the centre wing. McDonald might have received a shove. The umpire called play on. Now a high tackle by O'Neill. Over the top of Hickey. It releases the handball and then a kick in the Ellison direction. Takes a mark just outside attacking 50. Chips it further afield right in front of our broadcast position. Juggling it with Schmidt. Had Harry to contend with, who pops it on the boot. Ellison sitting underneath it, takes a good grab.
Got sticky fingers this bloke, Rick.
Yeah, good size about him, 191 centimetres. And I'll talk about that.
He goes towards Williams, who got a shove in the back.
There's a number of players on both teams that 190 to 194 centimetre mark. A lot of size on this ground and a big ball.
Bailey Williams will line up. Man on the mark standing about 30 metres out on a slight angle, just a bit better than a 45. Looking for his first. Williams comes in, made the goal umpire do a lot of work, and just a minor score for Bailey Williams.
2 behinds for the afternoon so far.
And the Stingrays just wait for the scoreboard to tick over. Chargers kick it back into play. Williams takes the mark just underneath us. Tracks backwards. Dangerous kick. Aiton Delaney had time to compose himself. Now he's turned the ball over. Stingrays with another opportunity. Running around is Hamill. Flicked it over the top. Man standing in the goal square. Can't complete the mark. Nance Cowan has Williams in support. Kicks it around his body. It was touched.
Wasn't, was it?
It was.
Terrible.
Great passage of play, though, by the Stingrays. And the scoreboard's ticking over. 36 plays, 26 on the NG scoreboard.
Oakleigh. That is through Josh May. It's intercepted, coming back from whence it came. Nance Cowan puts a dirty big up and under. The big men fly. Williams at the back, can't take it. Wrapped up in a tackle. Plenty of purple jumpers there. Comes out the back. The handball smothered this time. Good forward pressure. Now the sweeping handball to the man in the middle, and that's a goal. And that will be... Just let me pick him up. That is Jared Smith. Was it, or who was that?
I thought it was number 61, which we don't have on
we don't have 61 on the cart there. I think that might be... We'll check that up. If you see someone from Dandenong, Rick, I think someone's changed the jumper because I recognise him. Don't know if it's Plumridge. You can see number 3 anywhere. Anyway, another goal to Dandenong. We'll work that one out. 6-6, 42 to 4-2, 26. And we have gone 13 minutes into the second quarter on the Technica time clock.
Back in the middle, Stingrays will win another clearance. High ball inside, attacking 50. Got punched out of the hands there of Smith. Charges under all sorts of pressure. Wobbly kick off the boot. Ellison coming through. Cleaned up Day. He's still got the handball across to Hart. Centre wing broadcast side. Kick not great. Stingrays with the intercept on half back. They bring it inboard. Mark taken here by Carosella. Swings out wide with the kick. Stingrays with all the move. Here's number 61 again. He takes the mark. Half forward flank on the outer side for the Dandenong Stingrays. They go inside attacking 50. All working for them at the moment. Bailey Williams takes the mark. Tough angle. 30 metres out.
I love a good man-on-man contest, Rick, with Keenor on Williams. Fantastic stuff to watch.
We had a blood rule with Plumridge.
It was Plumridge, yep. Thought so. Good call, Crooksy. Good pick.
Well done.
Even if I do say so myself.
Batting himself.
Thanks for the support, team.
So I just gave you a pen. Williams. Oh, player hitting the post there was Beasley. Ball went out on the full for Bailey Williams. Not having a great day with set shots, Bailey Williams. He's kicked 3 behinds and 1 out on the full. Dylan Williams, back pocket, broadcast side for the Chargers. Oh, massive leap from the Stingrays. That was Frawley, couldn't bring it in. Little shove there from Hart was okay. Balls to the centre wing. Almost a mark by DeConing. Didn't take the mark. Stingrays with numbers around the footy. Now the tackle applied. Trying to get rid of it there was Gertz. Ball centre wing still. Hart receives the handball. He's up against the fence and he's turned the ball over. Stingrays send it forward once again. Go Rick. Williams sees it over the boundary line and out of play with Bowman on his hammer. We'll throw it in between centre wing and half forward right in front of Rick Morris.
Been my first kick for a while.
You call for the wide receive, a bit like me. This game has gone up a notch. It's got a bit of everything at the moment. Ball thrown in. Up she goes. Harry gets the tap down in front. That ball's locked in. It's going nowhere. There's been a lot of semi-sling tackles today, I reckon.
I think they've handled it well, though. They haven't executed it in that way.
I know.
The opportunity's been there to do it, but they're doing it well.
Allison works his man under the ball. It'll be thrown in right in front of us. Great view we have here at Oakleigh from the balcony of the admin building. Almost a part of it here. Boundary umpire, we are 35 metres around from the Oakleigh goal. Boundary umpire sets. That is a beautiful throw in. The red Sharon spinning. Neither ruckman gets it. Bujaya out to Hart. Hart's been good. He kicks to centre wing. Bit of a chaos ball as the ball goes over the boundary line out of bounds. Right through the interchange bench.
We haven't seen much of Ben Silvani in this quarter, so hopefully he can get himself involved in the game.
16.5 minutes into the second quarter. 42 plays 26. Oakleigh with the early ascendancy. Dandenong have bounced back. Harry with the tap. Hart first there, but the ball beats the boundary line and it'll be thrown in again.
Plenty around this contest. You've got about 15 to 20 players here.
Plenty of play on this side of the ground too. I'm loving it. Boundary umpire again. Concentrates hard. Good throw in. This time Harry thumps it straight out of play.
Got a bit of angle, but the umpire disagrees.
And free kick, deliberate. Good call, Rick, in my opinion.
Thought he had a 45-degree angle on the punch. It wasn't straight.
And I think once it goes out of bounds, I don't care what angle it is myself. Harry in front. Good work by Allison. It's a quick snap on goal. It's a quick snap on goal.
McDonald.
And Lachlan McDonald gets an AFL Draft Central Goal of the Day contender. Dandenong 7th, 7-6-48 to 4-2-26. And they've skipped away again. And the Technica time clock is 18 minutes in to the second quarter.
Yeah, just getting numbers around the ball, that's all that was. And they had options. And McDonald got it on his left. He controlled it more than and sort of steered the ball. Floater on the left, but executed well. Free kick in the middle.
Will go the way of Harry for the Chargers. Sends it straight down the corridor. High ball, pack flies, no one could bring it in. Chargers with numbers. They got bumped off the footy. Things are all wrapped up. Eventually the Stingrays are able to get it out. Only as far as Williams for the Chargers, who sends it back inside, attacking 50 and juggling the mark is Ben Silvani.
Gee, judge that to a nicety.
He's a big lad, 194, so different to what we've seen of the Silvani's weight.
And I'll tell you what, he needs to kick this. Oakleigh in a little bit of trouble heading towards half time. They need to peg one back. Silvani sends it on its way. It's to the near side and a minor score. 4-3-27 plays 7-6-48 on the NG scoreboard. It's a trait of the Chargers that we've seen. It's that pressure. It's been turned on them today. Stingrays are bringing it to it, and now they've got a bit of rung down the outer wing. Intercepted by Answorth.
Answorth goes inboard. Finds Sam Hart. Had a very good second quarter, has young Sam. Hart kicks just to the edge of the 50. Comes over the back. Silvani to Bosun Valagu, who kicks a goal. Good work by Oakleigh. That was a nice little counter punch there. Dandenong were looking sensational, streaming out of defence when Answorth repelled, and they got it down there. Great goal. That would be his second.
Yep.
And Oakleigh's fourth. They move on to 4-3-27. 5-3-33 to 7-6-48 on the NG scoreboard. And the Technica time clock is just gone past 20 minutes into this second quarter.
He certainly got some tricks, does Bosun Valagu.
Ball back in the middle. And again, the Stingrays will try to clear. They just run over the top of the footy. Now an opportunity for O'Neill. Flicks the ball out wide. It's in the Hart direction. Had a bit of time to gather. Now's under pressure. Composed. He kicks it towards centre half forward. Good kick. Mark taken by Charlie Whitehead. Wheels on the right. Toe pokes it inside, attacking 50. Not sure who to. Stingrays with numbers in the back pocket. One of them is Gertz. He's taken into the turf, and the umpire says that's holding the footy. Free kick to go the way of the Oakleigh Chargers. And it will be Gasper to take it.
This would be a nice little finish to the quarter for Oakleigh if they can ping a couple.
Just to peg that margin back. 48-33 prior to the kick. Gasper lining up for number 3 for the day. Comes in. Hush falls over Warrawee Park. Gasper's kick goes across the face. It's punched away from the goal line. On centre, Volley will receive the 1-2. Now he's in a bit of trouble. Got it over the top to O'Neill. Hart kicks it inboard. They've stuffed this up just a little bit here. Scala's lost it. Now the Stingrays are able to clear in the Williams direction. He's on Keenor, who did well in the contest. Brought the ball to ground. Smith chasing after it. Keenor mops up. Gives the handball across to Aiton Delaney. And the Chargers will reset towards the centre wing. Handball given off to O'Neill, who sends it inside, attacking 50. On the lead, not completing the mark. There was Elliott. Ball brought to ground. Chargers with numbers around the footy. They wrap up the Stingrays, who are all caught up. Centre half forward. 7-6-48 the Stingrays. They lead the Chargers 5-3-33 on the NG scoreboard.
Ball to be thrown up. Shadows of half time. Little positioning there. Dandenong get the clearing kick, but it's gone straight to Lachlan Harry. Cop that, young Harry.
Next goal for Talatale.
Harry goes out wide. Finds Hart. Gee, he knocks up getting kicks, this bloke. Sam Hart goes to O'Neill, who plays on. Penetrating kick. Dandenong got the numbers, haven't got the footy yet. It's an errant handball. They're under the pump here. They go out wide. Beautiful work by Gasper. And it's just across the face.
Got a dog tickle on my ankle.
Can someone get a vet just to check on the dog, please? Another behind. 5-4. Let me get this scoreboard.
Yep, 5-4.
5-4-34 to 7-6-48. NG scoreboard. Now we go forward. Corey Allison. Lovely work, Corey. Trying to find a man up forward. Can't get Jared Smith. Keenor, beautiful handball, Isaac. He spots up Answorth. He goes out wide. He's got Gasper. They go inboard. Vickers. Back to Gasper. Gasper hard up on the boundary line. It's a searching kick out forward to Day. Day goes in short, looking for R2. He can't get it. Now it's going to come back the other way. Lovely long kick. Can't find the handle of it. Gasper. That's a dirty kick off the side of the boot. Over the boundary line and out of bounds. Half forward flank as the siren sounds. Half time here at Warrawee in the round 5 top of the table clash. Dandenong Stingrays 7-6-48 are leading Oakleigh by 14, 5-4-34 in a terrific second quarter of footy that lived up to what we were hoping for this kind of match. The goal kickers, please, Matto.
For the Dandenong Stingrays, 2 each to Zach Foote and Corey Allison. Singles to Jamie Plumridge, Ned Cahill, Lachlan McDonald, and that's it. And for the Oakleigh Chargers, 2 apiece to two Bon Centre Vulu, Jake Gasper, and a single to Jay Robertson.
Beautiful work, guys. We will I'll just quickly, your guys, Siobhan?
So Bailey Williams kicked 2 behinds for the quarter and had 3 disposals, all kicks. And Silvani kicked a behind and had 2 disposals, both kicks for that quarter, as well as a good mark.
Beautiful work. Rick, you've got someone lined up at half-time?
We should be able to get our hands on Sam Fletcher at half-time for the Stingrays.
All right, we'll be back on the other side of this as the dogs are barking. You are tuned in to TAC Cup Radio's Match of the Day.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Cowboys Cash and Carry has moved. They can now be found at 694 High Street, Epping, in the hub in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. And to celebrate the move, they have 50,000 pairs of men's and ladies' denim. A huge range of styles, including Kenji, Maya, Maddox, that normally retail for $100, Cowboys price between $10 and $15. That's right, between $10 and $15. Open 7 days a week. Get along to Cowboys Cash and Carry in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Welcome back to Warrawee Park, where it is the Oakleigh Chargers trailing the Dandenong Stingrays 5-4-34 to 7-6-48, and we've got Rick Morris with a special guest down at ground level.
You'll be happy with that, Rick, wouldn't you?
Rising a bit this year, sitting happy on fourth on the ladder, but yeah, probably good builders like Michael Kelly, something like that. Good playing on the inside, good skills, so yeah.
And what are the challenges that you face for the rest of the season personally and for the Stingrays?
Well, the first hurdle of playing the first game back and sort of getting used to the tempo of footy again and getting some good games under our belt, and then you know, hopefully that flows on to nationals and can play some footy there, and obviously team success with Dandenong, won a few games at the start of the year, so hopefully we can keep a good roll on and go pretty deep in the final.
Now on TAC Cup Radio earlier today, we mentioned how good each year Dandenong are at foot skills, you know, hand to foot. Is that something you really work on at training?
Yeah, Craig Black, head coach, he loves his own kick himself. He's pretty big on it. We train a lot of skills and focusing on fundamentals. So, yeah.
Well done, Sam. Well, us at TAC Cup Radio just wish you all the best in your recovery. Hoping we can call you in a game shortly.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. Thanks for having me.
Good on you, Sam. All the best.
Good work, Rick, and thank you to Sam Fletcher and Mark Wheeler for organising for us. Rick, we've had a request by Peter Rainbird that he'd like you to interview the dog after we come back from the break.
I'm keeping my distance at the moment.
We've had to put some lamb chops around his neck just to get the dog to come near him. That's the way it's going at the moment. All right, we'll take another break. Be back on the other side of this to discuss the first half. You are locked in to TAC Cup Radio.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Cowboys Cash and Carry has moved. They can now be found at 694 High Street, Epping, in the hub in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. And to celebrate the move, they have 50,000 pairs of men's and ladies' denim. A huge range of styles, including Kenji, Maya, Maddox, that normally retail for $100, Cowboys price between $10 and $15. That's right, between $10 and $15. Open 7 days a week. Get along to Cowboys Cash and Carry in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On on taccup.com.au. This is TAC Cup Radio.
Welcome back to TAC Cup Round 5 action here at Warrawee Park. It's the Oakleigh Chargers 5-4-34 trailing the Dandenong Stingrays 7-6-48. And around the grounds, we've already mentioned today that the Western Jets got up over the Sandringham Dragons 12-17-89 to 9-3-57. And the other games, other way around. It's not good from the website. Other games going on this afternoon. Murray Bush Rangers 5-7-37 to the GWV Rebels 4-7-31, and the Eastern Rangers 3-1-19 to the Gippsland Power 3-5-23. Those games are currently going on.
Beautiful work. And there's some AFL games going on at the moment.
I think Siobhan doesn't want to read out one of the scores in particular. North and Port Adelaide at Etihad Stadium this afternoon. They are 4-26 trailing the Port Adelaide 6-6-42.
Okay, not much in that.
And the other game going on is Geelong and Sydney. That match is at half time, 6-7-43 to 4-7-31. The North Port game is 19 and a half minutes into the second term.
All right, all the action here in the first half. What did you make of it, you guys?
I think the pressure from the Stingrays has certainly surprised me. I know we've called them a few times this year, and they've got great ball movement, and we've seen that, but the pressure today to be able to cause turnovers and errors is something that we don't often see from the Chargers. Their ball movement is sublime, and they are moving it incredibly quick, which I get the sense is catching the Chargers off guard a little bit, and they're unsure how to react. There's been passages where they've looked great and it looks like it's a ripping contest, but there's other passages where they just look lost and they don't know what to do with the ball. They're cornered. They'll go sideways, they'll cause an error, which all stems back to that pressure that's being applied by the Stingrays from my point of view.
Yep, I agree with what you're saying. I also think that Dandenong will hurt you on the turnover if you turn the ball over. And I've noticed that it's a game where both teams have owned periods of the quarter. So been plenty of momentum swings in the game, and both sides have capitalised when they've had momentum and really lost their way when they haven't had the momentum in the quarter.
And that was evident in the latter part of that second term when the Chargers were able to bounce back, get a couple of quick goals to close that scoreboard margin, because it was getting a little bit concerning about halfway through it when Dandenong were well on top and got out to, I think, a 3-goal lead.
Yep. If not a little bit more, actually.
Yeah.
Oakleigh were definitely a lot better in that quarter, but as I said, Dandenong certainly make you pay when you turn the ball over, especially in the middle of the ground.
Been really impressed by Corey Ellison up forward for the Dandenong Stingrays. We've seen him a couple of times. He probably pushed a bit up the ground late in that second term and provided some good contests and has some good athleticism as well. So he's really impressed me. And then on the other side of the coin, I think a player that manned up on him for a little while there, Isaac Keenor, he's just been sensational once again. He can do just about anything across that half-back line, Isaac Keenor.
I've also really liked the game of Jake Gaspar for the Oakleigh Chargers. He's been really, really good, and I've also been keeping my eye on Riley Collier-Dawkins, who's also been playing well in the midfield for the Chargers.
Big boy, what's it look like at ground level, Rick?
Yeah, I thought Oakleigh came back well that quarter. Dandenong still went about their business, but I think Oakleigh are well within touch at the moment. It's only a 14-point margin, and I don't think they've played their best footy yet. So it's up to Dandenong to make the play early in this quarter to get the ascendancy. Otherwise, Oakleigh will be all over it.
Has there been much urgency on either of the benches, Rick?
Oh, Oh, just your regular, turnovers as they go, but they're well organised. Dandenong's always had the same bloke on the bench who's right on top of the numbers in respect of minutes on the ground. They're very critical pointers with Dandenong. They've always been good at it. They'll have their midfields on for 3 or 4 minutes and then bring them off and keep rotating. That's pretty much how they work.
All right, both teams are back on the ground, just warming up and stretching into their little run-throughs and their hop, skips and jumps. No game in TAC Cup next weekend, but we'll be back in a fortnight's time when we put the black shorts on, Rick, and venture back out to Preston City Oval to see the Knights for the first time this year. Always look forward to Kramer Street Oval, where we grew up, Crooksy, in our younger days. Yes. So like to get out and have a feel for the ground, don't we? Ground down there at Preston. It's a beauty, one of my favourites, one of the best vantage points we get during the season to call the game. Very comfortable for everybody up there.
And good car parking, unlike today.
Yes, and car parking's a little more advantageous. All right. Both teams just about completed their warm-ups. And they'll run through Bailey Williams. Bailey Williams could... there's room for improvement in his game today. I think he's always going to be that type of player. Unless he's playing a full game in the ruck, he's going to be a bit in and out. We know he's an athlete and he can jump and take the big grab and all of that, but I think trying to play him in a couple of roles is where it makes it hard for him to maintain that consistency throughout. He kicked 7 last week, but I mean that's a pretty good benchmark to be living up to. He won't be kicking 7 every week, but I've been pretty impressed with his marking. He certainly has a big frame and he pushes opponents out of the way to mark the footy. If he can kick straight, he's kicked 3 behinds for today. He would be already up to 3 goals, and he kicked 1 on the full as well. So he's got a lot of improvement in his game, but he looks like a promising prospect. He is. I was just thinking the other on Tuesday night, Rick, watching Jack Higgins play for Richmond. Oh. Didn't surprise us, did it? Well, we're at this ground, and I reckon it was towards the end of last year. Yep. About the second last round, wasn't it, against Bendigo? And he was kicking those goals for Oakleigh. He tagged 7 that day, and we thought someone's got to take him. The other clubs had the opportunity, and they didn't do it. Morris medalist, and he's playing. We've only seen a small sample size of him in the AFL, but he plays exactly the same way as what he did here. Yeah, he's a real goal sneak, but I can't wait for the day they move him up the ground a bit, see what he can really do with his footy. We know he can kick, from anywhere around the ground, kick a goal, but I think there's more to it. He's such a professional footballer. He wants to play footy, and I think you'll see him develop into a good half-forward wingman. Rover even. And I still maintain he gave one of the best B&F speeches last year at the Morris Medal. It's good to see that he hasn't been media spun or media trained or anything like that at the moment. He's just same old Jack Higgins. Exactly what you're getting. Yeah, exactly what we got last year when we caught up with him out on the ground, which is fantastic. I think everyone's loving the interviews he's been doing with Channel 7. A lot of snags. Third quarter action here, TAC Cup Radio. It's the Chargers and the Stingrays. Take it away, Matt. Ball in the middle. O'Neill dished the handball out wide. It's all Stingrays though. Frawley wrapped up. The umpire says, "Give it to me, I will ball it up." Corner of the centre square. Broadcast side favouring the Stingrays. Both Williams and Silvani starting forward for both sides. Ball is kicked forward for the Stingrays. They might have an opportunity. Wheeling around here is Cottrell. Puts it into the pocket. Broadcast side. Keenor runs out of room. And we'll get a boundary throw in. Forward pocket. Broadcast side. Beautiful sunshine across Warrawee Park as it's brought back into play. Chargers on hands and knees try and get a handball out of the contest. They do, but it was down the throat of Frawley, who whacked it on a boot, but it's offline and a minor score.
7-7-49 at the Stingrays move to 5-4-34 the Oakleigh Chargers on the NG scoreboard. Early stages third term on the Technica time clock as Keenor goes wide. Ball comes inboard. Collier Dawkins was able to pick it up and get it across. Now they've got a few players on the outside. Kicking it towards half forward. Fell at the shins there of Robertson. Goes over the boundary line and out of play. Probably could have taken another 2 steps close to the ball and taken that on his chest. Robertson. Ball to be thrown in. Half forward flank on the outer side for the Oakleigh Chargers. Got all the work to do at the moment. Frawley came off his hands. Taylor chasing after it. Whacked it on the boot down the boundary line. Aiton Delaney flicked it back over the top. And now it's over the boundary line and out of play. So, slow start to the third term here at Warrawee Park. 7-7-49. Dandenong plays 5-4-34. Oakleigh on the NG scoreboard.
2 minutes in. Ball thrown in. Whacked by Bowman. Taken by the Chargers through Hart. He's dispossessed. Running through for Dandenong is Garn. Garn kicks it inside 50. Searching kick. Ball hits the deck. Keenor, quick hands. Bit too quick for his teammate. Cotterell gets it. He's slammed into the turf. Oakleigh got the numbers. Now Aiton Delaney's got the footy to O'Neill. Quick hands. Just shovels it out of bounds. Umpire says free kick or throw in? Throw in. 60 metres around from the goals, from the Oakleigh goals. Up it comes Bowman for Dandenong, feeds off the handball, into a bit of trouble. Now they've got some clear space. A kick to the hot spot, but mark taken for Oakleigh by Ainsworth. He wants to switch play. Luxor Fortune, Bougea, good hands. Now they kick it out wide, looking for Whitehead. Boundary line close.
That needed to be a low kick, that one. It went the high ball and it really allowed the defender for Dandenong to come in with the spoil.
Tentative start to the third quarter. It is 15 points the difference. Stingrays hold sway. Oakleigh not out of it. Ball to be thrown in. Holes up a little bit. Bowman, no ruckman can get it. Silvani. Now it comes out. Aiton Delaney does the old give and get. They switch play. Sam Hart in the middle. He'll be off and running. Handballs backwards to Bougea. Back to Hart. Hart, good handball. They run through. Fry finds Ben Silvani.
Silvani half forward flank on the outer side, sends it inboard for the Chargers. Big fly there from Young, couldn't bring it in. Ball on the deck. Chargers with all the numbers around the footy. O'Neill tried to be a little cute to Bougea, turns the ball over. Young gives it over the top. Stingrays along the broadcast wing. McDonald sends it up the line. And a good mark taken centre wing broadcast side by Williams. Goes long with the kick down the boundary line for the Stingrays in the Ellison direction, just through his fingers over the line and out of play. We'll throw it in, half forward flank broadcast side for Dandenong. They're 7-7-49, Oakleigh 5-4-34 on the NG scoreboard. So the umpire throws it back into play. Harry and Bowman. Harry just got the tap down. Ball ricocheting around. Frawley clearing kick away from the contest. Keenor applies the tackle on Caracella. Ball spills free for Dandenong. In the corridor, couldn't maintain possession of it. Now Fry under pressure. Puts the handball back into a dangerous area where it's turned over. Collected and just offline there from Jared Smith. Another minor score to the Dandenong Stingrays as they come wide. Day takes the mark and put it out on the full. Costly error there.
I think that's a bit of perceived pressure there. Dandenong have been very, very good.
They flick it inboard. Bowman takes the mark. will send it inside 50 with a spearing pass. Bounced off the chest of Williams. O'Neill in defensive 50s. Turn the ball over. Opportunity for Smith, who puts it through.
Punishment with the turnover again there.
Jared Smith gets his third, and exactly as you said there, Siobhan, it was just that perceived pressure that put Oakleigh questioning or self-doubting their decision-making, turned the ball over, and Smith's able to capitalise and get a goal.
All right, let's get the stopwatch up. We haven't got our normal Technica time clock today. Almost 7 minutes in to the third quarter. Up they go. Bowman gets the tap down to Frawley. Frawley kicks inside 50. 2 by to the cherry. Cotterell's going to get this. Matthew Cotterell. The mark is just inside 50. He'll kick from just outside 50. Near enough to directly in front. Maybe a 15-degree angle. And no breeze just at the moment, but if there is any, it'll help him. It'll be to his advantage. Cotterell comes in. Dirty kick off the side of the boot. And there's a lovely pass. Corey Ellison just read the ball off the boot, which was ugly at best, and has marked this hard up against the boundary. Old-fashioned check side, Rick, Banana?
You would go that way.
Oh, he's going left.
On the left. He's confident.
Oh, tell me, no. Through for a behind. You don't see too many check sides these days, do you?
No, I don't know why they're not doing them. It's one of the easiest kicks from the boundary.
Another behind. And it's 57 playing 34. Dandenong shooting away to a good lead. Up they go. Mark taken. This is Beasley. Beasley kicks into the middle to Bougea. Got a touch of the Diesel Williams about him, Rick.
Yeah, he's in and under, isn't he?
Similar build. Goes forward. Silvani just goes through his hands. They've got some numbers here. Little handball squirts out. Doesn't find the target. Pressure aplenty. Now R2. Bosun Valagu. Can't quite get it. Oh, collared high. Holding the ball, says the umpire. No quarter given in here as Stenning.
Oh, 50.
50 metres as well. What do you think of those kind of 50s, Rick?
Oh, look, he overcrept the mark and he called him back and didn't move, but I don't think it's a real 50-metre penalty, is it?
I don't, personally. Ball, Dandenong. Kick it to centre wing. Go inboard again. Trapped in a tackle. Nice tackle there by Zach Hart. And no free kick. Ball to be thrown up in the middle of the ground.
Bathed in sunshine this afternoon. Frawley had a fresh edge shot. Now they get it inside, attacking 50 to the Stingrays. Good contest applied by Keenor. Here's Ellison up against the boundary line. Flicks the handball inboard. Williams does something similar. Stingrays. Cotterell's put it out on the full.
Now there was a time to go to your left.
And he went on his right, yeah. Good point, Ricky.
Chargers with it in the back pocket. Broadcast side. And they switch it to the outer where they've got a few numbers, the Chargers. Williams.
Gee, lovely kick.
Puts it over the top. Scala takes the mark, centre wing, outer side. Flicks it inboard. Well, the mark's taken by Fry. Chips it up towards the half-forward line where the mark is taken by Elliott. He goes inside attacking 50, looking for Gaspar. Just ran underneath it a little. Stingrays get a clearing kick through Hamill, and it's good. Straight down the throat of Nance Cowan. Goes into the middle. Mark is taken there by Taylor. Flicks it to the outer side. Good contest made by the Chargers. Stingrays still in possession. They send it back into the middle. Good mark.
Their risky kicks are paying off in this quarter.
Certainly are. As Hickey sends the ball towards half forward. Aiton Delaney flew, traps the ball in, extracts the handball. Williams across half-back, got it across to Keenall. He goes up along the line where he gets to Bonsenavule. Up against the boundary line on the half-back flank. Outer side, the kick not the greatest. Might be intercepted here, and it is through Gertz. Lost it. And as Crooksy said, it's a holding the ball free kick going the way of the Chargers.
They go out wide to Elliott. Elliott between centre wing and half forward. Just pops one up, looking for Gasper. Leads and honours the lead. Beautiful mark in front of his eyes. He's got a man alone in the pocket. Mark or free kick. That's Vickers in the cemetery pocket of Warrawee Park.
Oakleigh have to kick this to give themselves the momentum in this quarter.
He goes inboard to Bougea and had the arms chopped.
Haven't scored so far in this third quarter, Oakleigh.
Bougea 173 and 80 kilograms. Little Lachlan, he's a little pocket rocket. They need him to kick one here. This will test him distance-wise. Bougea comes in, swings it on the arc. Oh, it comes back. It comes back beautifully, little Lachlan Bougea. That's his first for the day. That's his first. It's Oakleigh's sixth. They move on to 6-4-40. They trail by 17, 8-9-57 Dandenong on the NG scoreboard. And the Technica time clock is approaching 13 minutes into this third quarter.
That was a decent kick through into that breeze. It was into the face too, and penetrated and come back nicely. Lovely kick to go.
Lachlan Bougea there with that kick, a badly needed one for Oakleigh. Approaching the halfway point of this third term. They almost were free. Bonsenavule got caught. The umpire says, give it to me, I will ball it up. Stingrays players come off a little worse for wear from that contest. Man's actually in a bit of trouble. Hamill. He's rocking from side to side, getting slowly to his feet. I think his head might have hit the turf in the tackle that he applied.
You were saying how hard it is underfoot, Rick?
Yeah, pretty hard out there in that middle area especially.
Because we've always noted how spongy and heavy it is, isn't it? Like during winter.
Yeah, once it gets towards June, July, it's always pretty heavy. But today, it's a real firm track.
He's also holding his wrist too, so might have got caught in that tackle. Hart dishes the handball off. Bonsenavule went straight over his head. He applies the clamp. Huswaite can't get rid of it. Ball at centre half forward for the Oakleigh Chargers. Just got a little bit of a sniff at the moment. The momentum's been all the way of the Stingrays apart from the last goal. And now Oakleigh have another opportunity. They're inside attacking 50. There's a hold and a free kick will go the way of the Stingrays. Huswaite to take it. Chips it short. Oh, Young cut it off.
Oh, too high.
Got it across to Gertz. And the free kick will come back to Lockie Young. Half-back flank on the broadcast side for the Dandenong Stingrays. They're 8-9-57. Oakleigh 6-4-40 on the NG scoreboard. Ball centre wing. Aiton Delaney, he taps it straight into the hand of Plumridge, who handballed it inboard to Cahill. Stingrays with a bit of run. They send it inside attacking 50, forward pocket. Williams bends it around. High ball, top of the goal square. Chargers try to rush it through, still in play. Taylor, now he's seen over. And we'll get a boundary throw in forward pocket outer side for Dandenong.
15 minutes into this third quarter, I've been impressed with Oakleigh's defence, Rick.
Yeah, they've worked overtime, especially this quarter. They've been a bit ugly today, Oakleigh, but they're hanging in there. They're 17 points behind, but it's not a normal effort from Oakleigh, but I think they're still right in the game.
Ball comes out. Oakleigh, they hug the boundary looking for Hart. Oh, gets a little shove into the fence here, unnecessarily, in my humble. No need for that rubbish. can get a bit dangerous. Didn't like that, was it a North Melbourne bloke? Or
Cam Zerha
Yeah.
on David Mirror from the Hawks.
Didn't like that the other day. Don't need that. Ball thrown in. We're 55 metres around from goal. Ball hits the deck. Going absolutely nowhere. Umpire will come in. For those logging on or tuning in for the first time, Oakleigh wearing the old VFA Oakleigh jumpers today, looking fantastic in the old violet crumbled uniform. Famous on these grounds, on this ground. Ball to be thrown in. 57 to 40, 17 points the difference. We are almost 17 minutes into this third quarter. Up she goes. Bowman taps it down in front of him. Oakleigh have got the numbers. Day, good work. Gets it out. They've got some numbers. Now they kick to centre wing. The big men fly to Conning. Sam to Conning. Goes in short. Oh, strong attempt at mark. Not paid. Now Oakleigh try to skid away. They can't get it. Foot. He's tackled. And holding the ball. Couldn't break free. And R2 has got it. He kicks it laterally. He's found Day. Day, defensive side of centre wing. Goes backward. They're going to look to switch play. Isaac. Oh, this has got danger. Not with Isaac in the play. It's not. He kicks out wide. This will be taken by Fewings. Fewings goes inboard to Aiton Delaney. He loves to run. They're switching play, covering plenty of territory. It's all the way back from where it came from. Matty Day looking for Whitehead. Gets his man underneath it, but the boundary line wins. And the ball is over to the boundary line, out of bounds. We are 18 minutes into the third quarter. Dandenong by 17 points.
Just voting for the ruckman to nominate. It'll be Harry and Bowman, as they have done for most of the afternoon. Bowman wins the tap into the hands of Hickey, whacks it on the boot towards Williams at half forward, punched out of his hands by Keenor, who has support through Williams, who hoiks it high into the air. Underneath it, Garn couldn't complete the mark. And there was a hold, free kick going the way of the Stingrays. Gertz to take it, and a 50-metre penalty.
There's been a few of those today.
Haven't been shy in dishing them out.
Red hot.
As long as they're consistent, guys.
That's what we like. Yep.
A decent 52 for Gertz, who's between centre wing and half forward. Pops it inside, attacking 50. Mark.
Strong.
And that's Ellison again.
Been terrific, Ellison, up forward.
He'd be well in the mix for the Nixon Finance Player of the Day, I would say, Rick.
Yeah, he's been a real focal point up there and a target. Just needs to get a couple more on the board.
Lining up for goal, number 3, Corey Ellison. Man on the mark stands about 40 metres out from goal. In fact, it's probably a little closer. Make it 35. Ellison hits the woodwork. So 8-10-58. The Stingrays move to an 18-point advantage over the Oakleigh Chargers, who are 6-4-40 on the NG scoreboard.
Xavier O'Neill has the ball on half back. We're 20 minutes into the third quarter. He's looking for Whitehead. May have interfered with his opponent. Umpire said no.
Just quickly, Will Hamill's come off the ground and he's got his arm in a sling, his shoulder. I think it might have been a shoulder injury from when he was lying on the ground before, after he got hit in a tackle. He's out of the game.
Absolutely. Good work there, Siobhan. Ball thrown in. Bowman at the back, leans over the top, gets the tap down. Plumridge might have been interfered with there, but the ball's coming in the direction of Charlie Whitehead. He hates that boundary line, Charlie. That mongrel ball keeps just dribbling over it every time he goes near it. All right, we are 55 metres around from the Oakleigh goal. They could just do with one before the three-quarter time siren as Charlie sees the ball over the boundary line for the 5th time in the last 3 minutes. Charlie, go to the middle of the ground, mate.
They're edging it closer. That's the only positive.
Harry and Bowman. Harry gets the tap down. Sam Hart, quick hands. Gets it back into the hands of Isaac Keenor. Kick to the middle of 50. Oh, great mark. What a beautiful mark there by Lachlan, standing in one arm. But Bugea, equally as clever, marks one just over his head. He goes in short and finds Elliott. Elliott's outside 50. He's looking for Whitehead.
There's a hold.
There's a hold.
Collier Dawkins.
Oh, Collier Dawkins. This is a good one. This is what the Chargers wouldn't mind. They're trailing by 3 goals. And Riley Collier Dawkins has got the free kick. You can see a little bit of jumper just get dragged away. Always a telltale sign. He comes in, he kicks, he's directly in front, straight through the middle. He has those ones for breakfast, does Riley. That's his first for the day. That's his first. Dandenong are 8-10-58. The Oakleigh Chargers are 7-6-40. Now what are they? Just this.
The old manual scoreboard. Yep,
7-4-46. There we go. 8-10 to 7-4 is 2 goals the difference on the NG scoreboard. 23 minutes in on the Technica time clock. Matto.
Stingrays back in the middle. Chargers though will get the clearance. Good finish to this third quarter. Gasper takes the mark. Wanted to play on immediately. Bugea has to go back to Gasper. Puts it into the pocket for Silvani, who's up against the fence.
Capitalising on their momentum again, Oakleigh.
Brilliant kick from the stand start that one. Kicked him out a mile away.
I'm going to back young Benno in here.
Might go a little bit left and right.
It'll make things very interesting if he kicks it.
Ben Silvani. His old man's in the crowd below us. And I reckon, just through for a minor score. I reckon, did it get the padding? It did. Great kick though from Ben Silvani from a very tight angle.
Wondering why the goal umpire was in the middle of the goals at that time.
Stingrays. Clearing kick. Keenor with the fly from behind. Brings the ball to ground. O'Neill lost his footing and is wrapped up. Ball extracted momentarily. It's all wrapped up. Hickey at the bottom of the contest for the Stingrays releases the ball back to the umpire. Corner of the centre square broadcast side favouring the Chargers. They've got a spring in their step at the moment, but Garn wants to put a stop to it. High ball into the middle. Underneath it is Aiton Delaney for Oakleigh. Swings the ball out wide. Got a couple of players out there. They raffle it off and send it towards half forward. Whitehead got punched out of his hands. Stingrays in a bit of trouble. The umpire waves the arms, calls play on. Huswaite handballs it over the top. Plumridge whacks it on the boot down along the boundary line. Aiton Delaney with the spoil brought it to ground. The Chargers repel off half back. Handball over the top to Whitehead. Wanted to go inboard. Ball turned over on the centre wing, out of side. And Sino, the line and out of play was Noah Answorth. On the three-quarter time siren, 8-10-58, Dandenong Stingrays. They lead the Oakleigh Chargers 7-5-47 on the NG scoreboard at three-quarter time. And the goal kickers, 2 to Zach Foote and Corey Ellison, singles to Plumridge, Smith and McDonald. And for the Oakleigh Chargers, 2 apiece to Atu Bonsenavul Lagu. We'll get it right.
It's the first time you haven't said it well today, I reckon.
Jake Gasper, it's because we've reached three-quarter time.
Oh.
And Jay Robertson with the other single, Lachlan Bugea and Collier Dawkins. Some stats from the game so far, Siobhan?
To be fair, Silvani and Williams haven't had too many opportunities, but in that quarter Williams had 2 kicks, 1 handball, and Silvani had 2 kicks and 2 marks, and also a behind, which was pretty unlucky not to be a goal.
All right, we'll take a break, and on the other side of this, Rick will be out in the Oakleigh huddle. I like your call, Rick. I reckon Oakleigh are coming home just nicely.
Yeah, they're just going about their business at the moment, and sticking to what we thought was a scoring end in that last quarter.
All right, we'll take a break. You are locked into TAC Cup Radio.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Cowboys Cash and Carry has moved. They can now be found at 694 High Street, Epping, in the hub in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. And to celebrate the move, they have 50,000 pairs of men's and ladies' denim. A huge range of styles, including Kenji, Maya, Maddox, that normally retail for $100, Cowboys price between $10 and $15. That's right, between $10 and $15. Open 7 days a week. Get along to Cowboys Cash and Carry in the Homemaker Centre opposite Epping Plaza. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football and your #1 AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Oakleigh, with 3/4 time, good quarter by the Chargers, 7-5-47 to the Dandenong Stingrays, 8-10-58. They trail by 11. And out on the ground is Rick Morrison. He's talking to the talent manager of the Chargers, Craig Notman, and wearing a pair of Margaret courts on, getting towards winter.
He is. He's looking very sporty here, Craig, at the moment. But Craig, you'd be fairly pleased with your efforts so far, considering Dandenong have led most of the way, but you seem to have edged your way back into the game.
Yeah, pleased.
Hasn't been your prettiest footy, but your work rate was excellent that quarter.
Yeah, just all the right.
And how's the team coming along this year? I know your club's one that gets affected in the middle part of the year with your schoolboys, etc. How are we looking at that? And this is a traditional rivalry game for you against Dandenong. Did it take a fair bit to put together, all the organising for today's game?
No, just one this week.
No worries, mate. Well done on putting on such a great day, and good luck in the last one.
Good on you, Rick. Thanks to Craig Notman, always goes out of his way to help the TAC Cup radio team.
I think we could start a push for the permanent violet-coloured crumble.
I love them.
Really liking it today.
Yeah, good jumpers. All right. And
we're in for a great finish here. They're looking like the top two sides in the competition.
Yeah, they're playing excellent football. That's what we like. Great work by the camera team here. That's what I love. Working with the absolute best. Or anyway, some are anyway. Yeah, no, we were looking more at this way actually. All right, last quarter action. Take it away, Matto.
11-point lead in favour of the Stingrays as we get underway for the final term. The ball is all wrapped up, going nowhere. We'll get a secondary ball up. 8-10-58, play 7-5-47. Charges. Release Aiton Delaney out of the centre circle. Long ball in the direction of Silvani, lets it bounce a couple of times, tries to flick the handball back to Robertson, who loses control of it. It's over the line and out of play. Half forward flank on the broadcast side for the Chargers. I reckon they led once early in the first term, and apart from that have trailed
all day.
Ball in. Bujaya loses control of it. Stingrays had it momentarily. A lot of traffic around the footy. Now Bujaya kicks it away from the contest. High ball inside, attacking 50. Came off hands. Bonsenavure is taken into the carpet. Tries to keep it moving. Releases the handball out of the contest. Good tackle applied by the Stingrays and will be rewarded on half back. They want to move it quickly. Sells a bit of candy to get around traffic. Now a chip kick over the top, hits up Frawley. Defensive side of the broadcast wing. He goes inboard with the kick. Risky because O'Neill was bearing down. Got the footy and then kicked it towards the top of the 50, where a good mark is taken by Lockie Young.
Young goes straight up the middle of the ground and hits up Angwin. Angwin goes out wide. They're hugging the boundary a bit here, Dandenong. Lachlan McDonald plays on. Plenty of Oakleigh. Oh, Williams flies. Can't take it on the second bite of the cherry. Oakleigh, they're switching play. They make me nervous. Beasley. Last line of defence, Charlie. He's going to be told to play on, play on, play on. He goes in short looking for Isaac. Isaac Keenor. Wheels around on the right. Centimetre perfect, just inside of the ground. Dylan Williams.
50.
Another 50
metres. Tell you what, red hot.
Yeah, the umps like to call you back, and if you don't, they'll penalise you.
Should you be going straight to the goal, Rick?
From this angle?
Yeah. Rather than straight down the ground.
It is a bit narrow, the ground, so you don't mind using the wings where you can.
I'll get you to look that one up in the rule book for me during the week. Bujaya. Oh, nice evasive action by Bujaya. They work it out the back to Williams. Looking for Bujaya again, close to the boundary. I just think wherever you are on the ground, if you get 50 metres, it should be like a direct line towards the middle of the goals, and then you go. That's your 50 metres forward, not down to the other flank. Ball thrown in. Really, Harry taps it down. Oh, that was straight through the gate. Bouger got caught high. Free kick. Not Bouger, Whitehead. Whitehead goes out wide. They've got a chance here. They just prop it up. They need a mark. They need a mark, and they've got it. Xavier Fry has marked this 30 metres out, directly in front. This to put them within 5 points of the Dandenong Stingrays. Perfect start to the last quarter for them.
Big kick. Important kick.
Fry, we're right behind this one. Comes in, kicks, hooks it. Through for a behind. They trail by 4. 8-10-58 on the NG scoreboard. Dandenong. 7 goals, something, 54 points. We're so used to the electronic scoreboards these days. Go bang, bang, bang. They're too quick for us.
Yeah.
4.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
At least they've been accurate, which sometimes with these old manual ones you don't get. Ball towards half forward for the Stingrays. Turned over. This is Hart, Zach Hart. And all wrapped up. We'll get a ball up between centre wing and half forward, outer side for Dandenong. It's been a little bit quiet to start this final term, the Stingrays. Charges are up and about at the moment. Ball shovelled forward for Dandenong. Keenor in hot pursuit will get there first, and a great pick up. He gets the 1-2 and then gets the kick away just in time. Beautifully placed to Bouger. Half-back flank just in front of our broadcast position here at Warrawee Park. He's going to track backwards to Williams. Now goes wide with the kick. O'Neill on half-back outer side. Sends it up a line. He was dealt with after he took the kick, O'Neill. So the Chargers will get a free kick centre wing outer side.
Dandenong looks very tired. They don't seem to have the same pace as Oakleigh.
Scala sends the ball inboard to Whitehead. Attacking side of the outer wing for the Chargers. He pops it up inside attacking 50. Ball off hands. Chargers with numbers around. They couldn't trap it in. Dandenong send it out wide to Koning. Chasing after it. He runs out of room. Kept in play. Robertson up against the boundary line. Puts it to the top of the square where Day takes the mark. He's going to be on a tight angle.
That was great work, Bosun Villago, who chased down that player. He wasn't rewarded with holding the ball, but they've won it back through him.
So Day comes in and has bent it around beautifully.
Here we go.
AFL Draft Central goal of the day contender Matthew Day. As the scoreboard ticks over, Dandenong 8-10-58. Oakleigh moved to 8-6.
I think it'll be 9-6-60. It should be 9-6-60.
So if that's the case, they've hit the lead.
They've hit the lead. Back in the middle. I'll give you the time is 7 minutes into this last quarter. Yeah, that needs a score check. I might just check with 54-58.
They are right.
All right. Double check. We've double checked that. Let's run with that. Keenor, Williams, Dandenong. Keenor again. Geez, playing well.
So impressive.
Quick kick forward. Allison at the back can't quite take it.
Oh.
Charlie gets it. That'll be deliberate. Off. Bumps into a player.
As deliberate as it gets.
And Plumridge has got it for Dandenong. Plumridge kicks. 4 against 1. The Oakleigh players spoil themselves here. Not good talking. Harry, he's wrapped up, gets a handball out. It's urgent, it's quick, and eventually they get it out. Oh, nice. Oh, boy, plenty of Dandenong players. Foot. Bugea for Oakleigh. Whitehead kicks it off the carpet to Conning, can't quite take it. Elliott tackles. Now Dandenong. It's a dirty big up and under. The big men fly, they're underneath it. Dandenong spoil each other, but they kick forward. I could lean out and mark this one. Oh, it is out of bounds on the full, and Dylan Williams to take.
I reckon you're right, Siobhan. Dandenong just seem a little flat-footed at the moment.
Oakleigh with all the run.
Williams, high ball, came off hands, charges with the numbers around. Handball from Fry into a bit of trouble. Bonsenavule at the bottom of the contest is wrapped up. The umpire circles and says, give it to me, I will ball it up.
They've gone inside twice, back inside the corridor there, Oakleigh, and both times lost possession. So they'll be a bit careful how they use it.
Ball up. Attacking side of the centre wing. For Dandenong, not going to matter much though, because Bonsenavule gets it towards centre half forward, came off hands, Hart chasing after it, just out of his grasp. High tackle paved the way of Dandenong in the middle of Warrawee Park. Goes wide with the kick in the Taylor direction as Williams bearing down on him. Taylor sends the ball inboard to Foot, who goes inside attacking 50. Williams on the lead, takes the mark, 45-degree angle, 45 metres out.
Classy.
Time to stand up, Siobhan.
She's been standing up all day, Rick. I only got one chair and I'm sitting on it.
This is the time when he cannot be inaccurate. He has to kick this goal.
3 or 4 behind so far today. 1 out on the full. Williams comes in. Doesn't look too bad, but it's to the near side. 8:11:59 the Dandenong Stingrays move to. Oakleigh 8:6:54 on the NG scoreboard. Williams has got to do something good here.
He goes into the pocket, finds O'Neill.
Another 50 metres.
Encroachment,
Rick. We need to find the world record for 50-metre penalties in one game of TAC Cup footy.
Tell you what, it was encroachment by a toenail.
O'Neill goes laterally. He's looking for Fewings, who's got it. Turns inside out and inside out again. Kicks to centre wing. R2 is after it and he won't be able to bring it in.
He's been really impressive today. He doesn't seem to have tired at all.
Totally agree. I think he's a real talent.
The ball to be thrown in between wing and half forward. Going to the southern end of the ground. Ball drops short. Whistle.
We'll get a read throw.
Surely not another 50?
No. Don't know about the rethrow. I think the throw was far enough. The ruckman didn't read it. Plumridge. Dispossessed. Off the carpet, over the boundary line and out of bounds into the shadows. On the northern side of the ground. The crowd has hung around today. It's been a beauty. Up she goes. Tap down. Dandenong again. It's close to the boundary line. And that'll be thrown in again.
With players like Keno and Bonsenavulu, I feel like Oakleigh might just have a little bit more run than Dandenong and might run away with this game.
The only issue is they can't do much with it at the moment. They've had a lot of the footy early in this fourth quarter. Haven't been able to capitalise on the scoreboard. They'll get a free kick for holding the ball infringement, and it will be Vickers to take it. There's a bit going on off the ball. They kick it towards the half-forward flank. Day over the back, collects, sends it towards the top of the goal square for Oakleigh. Came off hands. Elliott dishes the handball back to Aiton Delaney. Pops it back in the Day direction, who takes the mark. 45-degree angle, 30 metres out.
Day didn't hesitate to straighten on the left there, and it was a good kick. Was to a contest, but if he had to go on the right way, he wouldn't have been able to position that ball.
We've seen some good work from Aiton Delaney in the past, Rick, too. He's very clever.
Yeah, Matty Day here, lining up.
top ager, I believe, for the Oakleigh Chargers, Matty Day. Comes in, important kick, very important kick, very good kick from Matty Day.
They're in front.
And he's got both last quarter goals, Matty Day. And as Crooksy said, they've hit the lead.
Dandenong need to find a spark and quickly.
9-6-60 on the NG scoreboard, Oakleigh. 8-11-59 Dandenong. There's a point in it, and the Technica time clock. I need three hands here today, seriously. 13.5 minutes in as the ball comes down. Dispossessed, in dispute now. Collier Dawkins can't get rid of it. O'Neill wrapped up, holding the ball, says the umpire.
Don't mind that one. He did try and break the tackle and force his way through.
Wacko the diddlo. Gertz. Kicks inside 50. Williams at the back. Can't quite take it. Collier Dawkins first after it. On the out of bounds, says the umpire.
The other one landed on the line. The kick landed on the line. The photo.
Develop print as the boundary umpire brings it back. 60 plays 59. The home team has the slenderest of advantages. Ball thrown in. Good work by Bowman. Lovely tap. They go forward. Bouncing footy. Bouncing. Just runs it over. Ainsworth.
Scores a level.
It's all tied up. They kick it out. Bugea on defensive 50. Goes long, looking for Whitehead. There's a bit of manhandling. No free kick, says the umpire. Ball gets spat out again. Dandenong trying to force it back forward. Aiton Delaney tackle when he didn't have it. Young Joseph has got it. And you've got to come back over your mark. Now you can. He plays on. He goes laterally, looking for Dylan Williams. Oh, good intercept mark here by Allison. Gets rid of it straight away. No one there except my man Isaac. And Isaac will play on straight away. He kicks across the ground. Oh, solid.
Ooh.
Solid contest. And he might have just copped one in the... it's a cramp. It's all right. Thought he might have copped one in the shin. Sammy Hart.
Good ear massage.
Busy little footballer, Sam. Burning up a few ticks of the clock there. Kicks out wide to centre wing. Southern side of the ground. Dandenong with numbers. Plumridge. Over to Bowman. Bugea's got him wrapped up in a tackle. He won't be getting rid of that footy. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. 60 plays 60. It's all tied up. 16 minutes into the last quarter.
It's on the Technica time clock as Harry put it down the throat of Frawley for the Stingrays, who will then soccer it off the carpet and send it inside attacking 50. Keenor front spot, belts it over the boundary line and out of play. We'll throw it in. All level here at Warrawee Park. 8-12-60 plays 9-6-60 on the NG scoreboard, and we're inside attacking 50 for the Stingrays. Williams has a lot of land around him at the top of the goal square. Charges, umpire blindsided, says ball it up.
Hello.
Tackle was high from Corey Ellison. It's caught on the wrong side.
Okay.
The umpire.
You couldn't be much at all.
Ball up.
Draw.
Ball came off hand, smothered from Williams. That was high. And the
Saw that one.
umpire pays the free kick.
Nanscowan.
Reed Nanscowan, Rick. Man with two surnames.
He has. But loves a goal. So wouldn't put it past him this one.
Bit like Lachlan Harry for Oakleigh Chargers.
Man with two first names.
So Nanscowan to give him a 6-point lead. The Dandenong Stingrays hasn't been their final term. He comes in, right foot kick on the way, goal. He gets his first, and importantly, the first one for the final term for the Dandenong Stingrays.
9-12-66 plays 9-6-60. There's a goal of difference here on the NG scoreboard. We're 18 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
It's getting very fresh up here on the balcony.
That night air starting to come in. Good one against the Tide for Dandenong. Can Oakleigh answer? Good tap out by Harry. O'Neill can't quite take it. It's kicked out, and Isaac Keenor off half back. Pushes it out in front of him. Aiton Delaney gets it, handballs backwards. He's found his teammate in Fewings, but goes forward, and the mark is taken by Garn. Garn, defensive side of centre wing, goes along the line. Harry, at the back, nice mark taken. And this is taken by Fewings. He wants to switch play, and he does. Hart, he's got Bugea. Bugea looks up. Not a lot of loose players up board. He's calling him forward. Oh, good piece of shepherding there as Bugea kicks long and finds Hart. Stumps him. Yorks him, in fact. Now R2 gets it. It comes out the back. Oh, they're on here. Gaspar gets it across, quick kick, Whitehead, and he marks and says, no, I'll go back and have a kick. Loose players everywhere, Rick.
Yeah, they did that too easily. Not sure he shouldn't have played on there. He seemed to have a bit of room, but he's a pretty good goal sneak, Whitehead, so we'll back him in. A little bit of right to left.
Charlie Whitehead comes in directly in front. Beautiful, straight through the middle. Scores a level, 10-6, 66. Clickety clicks, 9-12, 66 to Dandenong on the NG scoreboard. She's all tied up.
Should we have 5 extra minutes either end?
No.
No.
20 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
You're a traditionalist.
Well, you get 2 points each. What else do you want?
A win.
Well, kick more score than the other team. That's how you do it.
It's not soccer.
No, it's a game of footy. It's how you play it. Back in the middle.
If you can't win it, you don't deserve it in the allotted time.
A lot of whistles. 50 metres.
Oh,
dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Lachlan Harry is the benefit of 50 metres. And 50 metres on Warrawee Park is like getting a winning Tassotto ticket. Harry will kick this from 30 metres out directly in front to give Oakleigh the lead. The ruckman comes in, kicks, puts it up on the breeze, straight through the middle. Oakleigh lead it by a goal. 11-6, 72 to 9-12, 66.
This is a testament to both sides. I think we'll be seeing both teams at the pointy end of the season. It's been a great game of footy, and there's still more to come.
21.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock. Matt.
It's a 4-goal quarter to 1 in favour of the Chargers, and they've got a goal lead.
What a turnaround from the first quarter.
Back in the middle. Tap goes the way of the Stingrays, straight to the deck. Chargers might have got one high, and they did. Free kick to go the way of Oakleigh. Bit of push and shove as Collier Dawkins gets off the bottom of the contest. Indicates that he's going to go long with the kick. It's a long spinning drop punt inside attacking 50. Ball came off hands. Silvani lost it. Stingrays with an opportunity. They can't maintain possession. Ball on the deck in dispute inside attacking 50 for the Chargers. Stingrays Topo kick it away from the contest. A lot of numbers around the ball. Hart was collected. And we'll get a ball up corner of the centre square, broadcast side favouring Oakleigh. They're 11-6, 72, leading the Stingrays 9-12, 66 on the NG scoreboard. Are we going to get a ball up? We're not. There's Dandenong. Got a kick out of the contest. Plumridge sent it across to Taylor. Goes over the top.
Great tackle.
DeConing taken down. Could be a match-saving tackle there from Collier Dawkins.
That's spectacular work from Riley Collier Dawkins.
He's had a good game for the Chargers. He puts it towards the half-forward flank. It's all Dandenong underneath it. They release the handball quickly to McDonald. He goes high towards the half-forward flank broadcast side. Good fist over the line by Beasley. Ball out of play between centre wing and half-forward broadcast side for the Dandenong Stingrays. They need a goal quickly. Over the back, Schmidt won the tap down. It's all wrapped up. We'll get a ball up between centre wing and half-forward.
Ball to be tossed up in the shadows of the siren. Good punch forward. Allison, and that is over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Been one of the standout forwards for the day, Allison.
Been sensational. Ball thrown in. Off she comes. On the deck. They need to get a handball away. Lovely work by Whitehead. O'Neill off the ground. R2 caught, dispossessed. Holding the ball. What's the difference? Is a goal the difference? There's less than a minute to go. Got to give the ball back.
Get the numbers back.
Huswaite. They kick forward. They need a mark. Punch. Now's not the time to go into what deliberate and deliberate isn't, or isn't, but that's deliberate. He could have marked it, Rick. The guy wasn't in the marking contest. He just punched the ball out. Ball thrown in. Harry. Allison gets it. Ball in dispute. They're over the top of it. They're trying to fish it out. Oh, it's a ping pong. Plumridge. He's over the top. Umpire will have to come in and ball this up.
Both sides did well there not to give a free.
Siren sounds. Oakleigh have got up by a goal. Great contest.
What a game. What a game of football we've seen here today.
Brilliant game of football.
Exactly what we want from a top of the table clash.
Couldn't have asked for any more.
Final score, Oakleigh 11-6, 72 in the traditional Oakleigh VFA jumpers. That'll make a lot of old guys here happy today. And Dandenong 9-12, 66. The goal kickers, please, Maddo.
For the Dandenong Stingrays, 2 to Zach Foote and Corey Ellison. Singles to Jamie Plumridge, Jared Smith, Ned Cahill, Lachlan McDonald and Reid Nanscowan. For the Oakleigh Chargers, 2 to Matty Day in that final term, 2 to Bon Senavule and Jake Gasper. Singles to Riley Collier Dawkins, Lachlan Bougea, Jay Robertson, Charlie Whitehead and Lachlan Harry.
What were the scores kicked in the last quarter? Do you have that?
I've got goals.
Just like how many goals Oakleigh kicked in the last quarter?
Oakleigh got 4 goals in that last quarter to 1 from the Stingrays.
1 from the Stingrays. So it was a great comeback by the Oakleigh Chargers, because Dandenong held sway most of the day, didn't you? I think you remember in the call you said that that's the first time Oakleigh's been in front, maybe from the first minute or so.
Yep. I think they got the first point, and then apart from that, it was all the Stingrays.
I'll be interested to see who Rick pulls out of the huddle there. They're a very tight huddle, the Charger boys, and they're pretty happy.
Important win.
Yes, and Dandenong's first defeat of the season, as Rick Morris is out on the ground and he's about to pull someone from the crowd there. Get his surname for us, Rick, will you? Getting the razzes from the crowd. R2 down on the ground with Rick Morris.
I think he's just getting the...
R2 Boston of Lagi, and I'll get you to pronounce it again, R2. Boston of Lagi. Brilliant, mate. Look, what a battle it was. Dandenong had the ascendancy in the first half. They looked to be getting a fair bit of the ball, but you're always within striking distance. What was the message at half time to keep you going?
Just to keep your heads up and
went to POE, and the 6 lost kids, and this is the first time we used this round of the end of underdogs. And at 3/4 time, you were just edging your way back into the game. Did you feel you had the legs and the run to get over the top of it? Yeah, we were pretty tired going up against the
I got one myself. I'm fine.
Your role today, Boz, tell us about what you were asked to do today.
Just to make an impact on the stoppages, tackles, and basically kicks and goals.
Go and enjoy the win with your teammates. It's a great day, this traditional rivalry. You feel you've become rivals now?
Yes.
Fantastic, good on you, Boz. Well done on a great game.
Yeah, the boys are happy. Who else you got, Rick? And Rick will be speaking to Riley Collier-Dawkins.
Just stepped on my glasses, but that's fine. Riley, there was a will there in that last quarter, wasn't there, from your team to win the game?
Yeah, there was a lot of intent and a lot of meaning. Wearing the heritage jumpers, talked about mateship and sacrifice and just digging in at the end.
And how did it feel with the Anzac little service prior to the game?
Yeah, it was very special. A lot about unity and just remembering that, we didn't sacrifice as much as they did, and nothing will ever compare, but give that same warrior spirit. And it's fair to say you're a little undermanned today, but you seem to, plug the gap. Yeah, we came in a bit small. We talked about that before the game, saying that we can work around it and trying to avoid their strengths and use our smalls to dominate the game.
Congratulations, enjoy the win.
So thanks for that, cheers.
Good work, Rick. And
man, you dropped everything.
He's done well.
I got the fumbles today.
He's done well. Good on you, Rick. Just a quick summation of the game, Maddo.
I thought...
And Siobhan?
I felt it was Dandenong's to lose, considering how well they played, especially through the second and third quarters. Oakleigh, though, in their typical fashion, never gave up. They held to their structures, and that fumbliness or the cornered, I suppose, the way that they played in that second term when they got cornered into the various pockets of the ground and couldn't do anything with it, that went out of the game in the third quarter. They started to get a bit of flow and a bit of rhythm, and then just in that last quarter, I think you pointed it out, Siobhan, that Dandenong just looked a little flatter, a little more flat-footed. They weren't running as hard as what they were earlier in the game, and Oakleigh came over the top with that precision and skill that we so often see from them.
You're exactly right. I couldn't disagree with you there. It wasn't pretty in some parts, but they got the job done, and they got the job done from behind as well. They had a lot of run, and
we just better get the song. That's the song. Good work, Rick. We'll get you just to come around the front here and we can go through. Sorry, Siobhan, you were saying?
That's all right. The song was sung and with gusto.
Wasn't it ever?
They had a lot of run and drive in the last quarter as a team, mainly thanks to Isaac Keenor and R2.